it's me Sato again from Cosplay. Today we are back with finally the 500 subscriber Q&A special, and we are starting right with the first question. This comes from, whoops, I have it on my phone, CK Bar, and he asked, do you miss me already? No, because we are already working back together so I don't miss you. Yeah. And now it's time for the next question. I just need to find this. A moment. I actually filmed this before, but there was a problem with the program and I have to do it all again. So the next questions are from Cass, and he or she is asking, hi, a bunch of questions incoming. So first of all is, what kind of sewing machines do you use? Well, I have an old sewing machine. It's I think it was 40 or 60 bucks. It's my fourth or fifth one at the moment, and all the other ones are, I have some thrown away because they were not working anymore. And then I have a Brother Lock 2104D. It's an overlock machine, and the second one is coming in the future. I don't know when it will arrive, but it's coming. And then I have my old war machine, the Brazil Novice 27 Special Edition. This is a machine that I used for most of my cosplays for the last few years, but sadly it's kinda broken. It won't sew anything at the moment. Okay, not everything anymore, so a normal stitch is fine with one or two layers of fabric, but yeah, more than that it's kinda critical. That's the reason why I upgraded to my new Brazil Novice F460. It's a kinda expensive sewing machine. I think new it's about 1.5k. It's just a wonderful machine. It has a seam cutter and also a knee lift. It's wonderful and I love it. I hope to sew a lot of this sewing machine, and I'm currently saving up for a heavy duty machine because I want to do a bit more fox leather and maybe a bit real leather projects in the future, but we will see. And then the next question from Cass is, what are your favorite go-to stitches to use? Well, I usually use just a normal basic stitch for all of my work, and yeah, a zigzag for some details, or a kind of different zigzag stitch that's a bit narrower for some elastic fabrics. And yeah, that's some stuff that I mostly use. And the next question from Cass is, do you have a favorite fabrics to use for cosplay? Yes, I do, and it's fox leather. I have used it for my Devil May Cry 2 Dante cosplay, my Starlord Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 cosplays, and Bash of course, and a lot of other cosplays. And yeah, Dante DMC5 was real leather, but I also use a lot of fox leather in my projects. So yeah, that's my favorite go-to fabrics that I love. And the next question is, what are your thoughts on Warbler? 50-50. It's good, but also kind of annoying sometimes because, yeah, I burned my fingers so many times and it's kind of hard for me to work, but I'll prefer it way more than EVA because I just don't like EVA in general. And my Alastor sword is made from Warbler and installation foam, so yeah, and stay tuned, there's something about Alastor and later in this video, so watch out for it. So yeah, it's okay. I would say I use it in the last few months a bit more than usual, but yeah, it's okay. And the next question from Cass is, what's my favorite Pokemon? I think it's Blaster in English, I'm not sure. The big blue turtle, and Gengar. I love ghost Pokemon, so, and it's big, fat and purple. What you can't love about it. So yeah. And the last question from Cass is, at last, your favorite Resident Evil game or character? I would say game, Resident Evil 3, think it was, with Nemesis. And character itself, of course, Nemesis and Ada Wong. Who doesn't love Ada? She's just wonderful. So, yeah. This was the questions from Cass. Thank you very much for all the questions that you have sent me. And then we have a bunch of questions from S.O.L or short Soul. What kind of material do you use for your Heisenberg cosplay, costume and hammer? I really don't understand in video what material you prefer when you make weapons, no matter what, matter swords, hammer, knives. And okay, I start with these questions and then another one comes after. I mostly used EVA for the hammer itself because I had it lying around from another project, and yeah, and I think a few pieces that I had lying around from sewing projects and Gundam parts or any other bits and pieces that you have lying around in your home. And for the cosplay itself, I used mostly, I think it was cotton, something like the fabric from Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas, but a bit smoother. Yeah. And a lot of leather for the straps, belts, and also all these kinds of stuff, and a bit of fox leather for the boots, but I have thrown them away because I have sold my cosplay and I didn't need them anyway. So yeah, that's the main materials that I use. And for the Heisenberg hammer I used wood for the grip handle. Yeah. And whoops, oh no, one moment. Okay. And and my favorite material that I use for prop making is actually, where is it? PVC. It's kinda affordable, it's con-safe, easy to work with, and you don't have to prime it if you don't want to, because PVC is smooth on itself, so you don't have to go through the troubles that you have with EVA, with, I don't know what you need, plasti dip or wood glue or whatever you put on there. So PVC is my go-to material for the most of the props that I made in the past, but I'm actually currently working more with a 3D printer, but I will make a handcrafted prop in the future, so stay tuned for this. Yeah. And next question from Saul was, can you make V-Scan from DMC5 so even an idiot like me can do this after your video? You aren't an idiot, I'm the idiot, because I mostly don't know what I do in general for my videos when I'm making them. It depends. If I would get a commission for it, of course, because I'm getting paid for this. Otherwise, for myself, I don't have use for it, so it would be a waste of money in my opinion, and the people probably won't pay the price when I want to sell this. So as a commission, sure, of course, but for myself at the moment, sadly not. And we also have a few more questions from Saul. Where is it? One moment, I just need to find them. Okay, once such a boost has gone, pour a second on the floor. It was a wonderful sentence. My favorite character from DMC5 and from the various series of games in principle. From Devil May Cry 5 it would be Virgil, because he's the coolest one. I love his style, his code, his attitude, his motivation. And also Lady, because she's just hot. Who doesn't love Lady? And in general for games, it's kinda hard to choose, to be honest. maybe Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII and Sephiroth, because he's also a badass. Yeah, I think these are the characters that I like, so yeah, I think these are the ones that I prefer. And next question is, can you make a tutorial on creating a full costume of some characters of the anime and manga Bungo Stray Dogs? To be more specific, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Howard Lovecraft, Ogaya, Mori Fukusawa Yukishi. Sadly not. I haven't watched the anime, and for myself, the characters aren't so appealing to myself that I want to do a cosplay of it. So there's not a specific character that I think, yeah, he's so cool, I need to do him. So maybe, as always, as commission, of course, but for myself, sadly not. So I'm sorry that I have to disappoint you in this matter. And next question, if you were offered to have a power or a weapon from any game, what would it be? Power, I would say the trickster style of Devil May Cry, Dante, of course, because who doesn't love to move fast and short teleportation? It's great. And weapon, I would say the time amulet from Devil May Cry 1, not the Quicksilver from Devil May Cry 3, because in 3 he's just slowing the time down a bit. Sorry, my battery ran out of, now my camera ran out of batteries. The question, can you make between the first and second another pack of questions and home? Can you make Anubis and 3 parts of JoJo? Do you mean with Anubis the Egyptian god of death? So then I would love to. I always was thinking about doing Anubis in a kind of cool or grotesque way, but maybe in the future, if I have the money. And JoJo. Sadly, I have never watched JoJo, so no, sorry. There will probably never coming anything from JoJo. And what prompted you to create cosplay content? Well, in the past I have asked a few cosplayers about 10 years or so ago on how they made some wigs or props or how they sew a specific outfit also, and I've never got any answers to this, and it was kind of disappointing, and that was the main reason why I wanted to create stuff, and I don't want to keep all the secrets to myself. I want to give you all my knowledge that I have, even if it isn't much. Yeah, but I have learned sewing for 3 years in school, and yeah, maybe there's a little bit that I can teach you, even if it's just a bit. So that's the main reason. I just want to give you all my knowledge that I have. Yeah. And the next question is, so what you would prefer to live, but with a piece of grenade in your skull, like Venom Snake from Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, or die but still exist in the world, plus you can be seen? I would be dead. Yes. It would be fantastic to be a ghost and haunt other people. I had a lot of fun with this. Yeah. Just my kind of tea. One moment, my phone is okay. So thanks a lot for all the questions. So it was a pleasure. You were the MVP of this video with all the questions that you have sent me. And next question. How you approach a project? Oh, it's from David Galanta. I almost have forgot his name. How you approach a project? I mean, how much time do you take to study and think before getting the materials? And it's a request is there a request that you consider impossible to make? I actually don't do much research, to be honest. I just dive right in and try my best. There's maybe one or two small detail parts that I search up before I started, like as example from Devil May Cry 5 Dante. There's a small zipper on his arm, and all the cosplays that you can buy is just a zipper, but in the game he has a small piece of leather in between, something like this, and the only time consuming part would be really getting the materials, because my local fabric stores doesn't have all the materials in stocks that I need sometimes, so I have to order some examples and test pieces in hopes that they have something that I need. So yeah, that's the most time, and a project that I think it's consider, what was it, that I consider possible to make. I think everything is possible if you have the money. That's the main reason. Yeah, money and time. If I have this enough, I can try my best. Because a lot of things that I do on this channel I tried for the first time, like the EVA Heisenberg hammer or the Goblin Slayer armor. It was the first armor that I ever made. Yeah. And on to the next question. So next question is from Shoto, and he is asking, real late for this, but I just went to your Dante cosplay videos and I thought it was an amazing, and it's made me consider putting together one of my own. That's cool that you're making your own cosplays. Anyway, my question is, where did you get the Dante's jacket from, or is it handmade? It is all self-made, because I like to do all things by myself, and I don't like buying cosplay stuff. And sadly, the thing is, I have started with the whole YouTube stuff right after I finished Dante's Code, so that's the reason why I don't have any videos of this, because I didn't have a camera at this time. That's the main reason, sorry. But there's maybe a Devil May Cry 5 Nero code tutorial in the future, depending on the customer, if you really want to do it or not, so stay tuned for this maybe. And on to the next question. One moment. So this one is from The Watcher. So I'm a little bit late to this, but screw it. You're not really. It's almost 3 months ago. Would you ever feel like doing a project on Bayonetta specifically, either her watch, amulet, her glasses, or her guns, like Elfen Knight, Anime, Love is Blue 2, or the and Color of My World 3? I feel like no one has done these any justice. I have actually made the guns from Bayonetta 1 in the past. It was almost finished, and also the glasses, but the customer had other plans that were more important to them, so I have never finished them, and in the end I have just thrown them away. And at this time I didn't have the community to just give this away or sell it. Yeah, but there's maybe a future Bayonetta cosplay video in the making. Also, it's for myself, so stay tuned for this. I'm not sure if this is coming this year or next year, so who knows? Stay tuned for it. And on to the next question. I have to hurry because the battery of my camera isn't the best. Oh, it's the last question. It's from Electro Soldier. Do you have any plans for future cosplays? Yes, I do. And it is Alucard from Helsing. There's a video coming, and I'm currently working on the cosplay itself. And Dante from Devil May Cry 1. And I want to make the Alastor sword again, so that you have a video, and because I just think it's a little bit short, it's a blade itself, so it's coming, so stay tuned for this. And also a few upcoming projects in the future are the Rebecca gun from Cyberpunk Edge Runners, another Pokemon tutorials, I think Nesaf, the water gym trainer leader, whatever, from Sun Moon, I think. I'm not quite sure, I'm not a Pokemon fan anymore. And also the other videos for the My Hero Academia Mirko cosplay, so I think this was it. Yeah. Thank you so much for the 500 subscriber. Maybe we can reach the 1,000 subscribers in the next few years. And until then, I see you in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you so much. And I'm out. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, bye.